What is up, my legends? And as you can see, I understood the assignment and I got my waifu. So we got Kyrene. It took me 17 tries to get the kind of the set that I wanted to get, but I got the two characters that I wanted to get side by side, minus Aru. But whatever. Like, she's gonna be the next banner. She's gonna be the next banner or the banner after that. I think is Aru next, and then Mashiro after that. If they're going the way that JP went, then that's probably what's gonna happen. So I won't go that crazy worrying about getting Aru now. We do, however, we have Shiruko actually here in this banner, so I'll eventually probably get her too. She's really useful, and her special, basically being 2 points, is like you're gonna see how OP that actually is. But we got waifu, so she's on the front screen right here as well. So what we're gonna talk about is how to start strong, and it's really easy in this game to actually start strong. So you pretty much see my team right here. So I got the two. She's a dark elf, so she doesn't really count for dark skin waifu, but I guess she's a dark elf, so it's whatever. So I got both the girls. She's okay. She's a good character to have around right now. If I get Aru, then I'm gonna put Aru out there to replace her. But no, neither here nor there. She's fine. I finally got a combination that I wanted because I wanted either her or Aru and Kyrene. You can get like 3 people. I was watching in my Discord, somebody posted a screenshot. You get 3 people in the tutorial banner. That had never happened to me. I got 2 many times, but never 3. So it is possible to actually do that, but I'm done re-rolling. I give up. Once I hit that 17 try and I got Kyrene plus Yuri, I was like, I'm good. All right, so what is the biggest thing that will be problematic for you? So it's 2 things. In the very beginning of the game, you don't need to really worry that much about leveling up your gear. Like, you can actually go to probably chapter 3 without actually ever even leveling it up. You can pretty much put it on, and I did it because it's just kind of like whatever, but you don't really have to. You just want to keep up with your levels and make sure that your characters are all the same level as your commander. Actually, and the cool thing about Kyrene is they actually got a good voice for her too. You want the gear level? Yeah, I'm ignoring that. Okay, Yooka. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about Yooka. You may want to consider riding. Well, that sounds bad, but you may want to consider using Yooka for a while as your PvE tank. And the reason why is because she's a 2-star and she's actually easy to build. It's easy to get her over to her 3-star component, which, as you can see, her barrier, her basic skill, as you can see right there, her enhanced defense is actually really well. And her speedy mental calculations. Now, this is actually kind of cool, but it can be nerfed. Now, if she is any place where there's not many places to take cover, or they can destroy the cover really fast, this is not that great. Not that great. And this is one of the things that actually kind of makes her not be like super high tier as a tank, is that this is situational and it can get negated really fast. However, like I said, you still may want to consider using her as a long-term type of thing until later in the game, where we get more tanks that are just more PvE based and pretty OP. Right now, tanks are kind of like, it's Sabaki. Sabaki's the best PvE / PvP tank, because PvP, she's actually godlike. I didn't get her, but she's not that hard to get. She's only a 2-star. But like I said, you can build Yooka relatively easy, and she's a pretty no-brainer type of a unit. She doesn't need a lot of resources to actually be pretty strong, so just, putting that heads up to you guys that you're probably going to want to do that. Hoshino is actually okay, but whatever. Chinatsu, she's fine for me until later on. I'm not going to put much into her besides just leveling her and then let her be second team, because you guys already know who I'm going to use 3-star. I mean, once I get her. But Hafumi, I'm going to put second team, but I'm not using her right now because I don't need anything for second team yet. She's a really weird type of unit, but her EX skill is actually pretty interesting because what it does is it taunts and it pushes the enemies in a certain area the same way like I showed you with I think it's or the same way with her. She pushes enemies in a certain direction, which kind of is a CC, crowd control, and makes you take less damage. So if you have her, she's not necessarily that bad. She's not the best thing out there, but she's not necessarily that bad. She's more, again, of a manual practical use unit because the AI does not pretty much put the place Peru plush or whatever the hell it is. They don't put it in the right direction or in the right area majority of the time because it's not thinking manually like a human would be. Okay, like I want this guy over here who's a sniper, I want him not to be sniping me, so let me put this stupid Perero thing over there so he's paying attention to that. So now the entire enemy backline is not hitting me and I'm destroying the front line, and then you just end up taking no damage for like a whole wave. That's how like good the character is and the units is. But in practical, but in like AI and auto, and like most people don't want to take the time to actually use a unit skillfully. You probably will overlook this unit, but that's how you can use her. And if you want to get even more sexy with it, you can put her together with Utaha, who does the exact same damn thing, and you can have it back to back like that. She can throw her summon out, and then she can throw her plush out, and then you literally take no damage. You take absolutely no damage whatsoever. So Utaha is actually going second unit, not first unit again, so I don't really need her. And yeah. So the most important thing that you should not do and you should look out for is your skills. Now, I'm not telling you not to do your skills. What I'm telling you to do is to not go too hard in trying to do them because it's a trap. And I'm telling you it's a trap because, and it's still a trap because I tried it on the second account. I didn't try it on this account, of course, but I tried it on the second account to actually, let's go down over here, to actually get these items. Bruh, the drop rate on this stuff is so bad, no matter what mission you do, that you will waste all of your stamina just trying to limit break this stuff. Now, you can get it over here in the shop once you, no, stop. Once you start getting total assault items, which you will get a little bit later, not right now, but once you start getting them, then you can start focusing your items and getting these, and start going after getting these tech books in events. The only special event that we have right now is Nonami's event, which is the guide mission right here. So this is like the only place that you can actually get them right now, relatively easy farm. In the future, we're going to have more events, and those events you have to 100% farm those because that'll actually save you stamina in the long run. Do not, and I repeat, when you have this unlocked finally and you can start getting these skills, do not use all your stamina on this because you will use all your stamina on this and you only get like one skill and you got 6 characters. It is very bad. It is very much a trap. It's a stamina trap, and it will have you sitting there sad because you pretty much won't be able to do much of anything else in the game, and either will have to spend currency or something like that to overcompensate for the fact that you overspent stamina on those skills. That's literally the biggest trap in this game right now, and it's still the biggest trap in JP, and I still don't understand why they haven't fixed that to this point. It's relatively bad. So hopefully me saying this now global wise in English over here, that they see it and say, you know what, there's no reason for that, because there is no reason for that. These are skills for these characters, and the game ramps up enough and its difficulty that they don't need to have that like that. So just keep that in mind, that you can do it slowly over time, doing stages and everything else. And if you're done at the end of the day and you want to farm for that, and you just want to make sure you have enough that your stamina isn't overcapped like mine is right now, fine, then you don't do it then, but don't start the day off trying to do that and think that you're actually going to get the skill up, because this is really bad. And it's the same way for the gear. The gear is like that too. The gear, the drops for the gear is actually relatively not that great either. Like, to get these items, it's really grindy too. So just do it over time. If you've reached a point where you can't progress any further, try using those units, like I said, like the Peru plush unit, Himi and Utaha. Try using them to kind of like make it so that you don't use, I mean, you're not taking any type of damage, and see if you can push your way through, get your 3 stars and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. But you also notice that you actually don't get that stuff around to like chapter 3 and 4 and stuff like that for the gear and things like that. That's when they start to actually make a difference. You really don't have to level up your gear until that point anyway. So just pointing it out there, so you save resources and just have fun, and then, you know, just do what you got to do when you need to. So that's all I got. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see if we can get somebody, preferably her. Now, I rerolled a lot. Getting Sabaki too is a good thing. I rerolled a lot. I did not get her a lot in this. Well, this is going to be all golds. And how you can tell is in the background if it's purple. See how the blue lines pulsing in the back are blue? That's a rip. Okay, so. Alright, no Sabaki. Now you also get a Ligma. I'm going to talk about that in a second, real quick. So let's. Come on, hook me out, lady. Yep. Like I said, I didn't. Out of all the times I re-rolled 7 times, like I didn't see her at all them 17 times. Like I almost don't even want to be in this banner anymore. But I just want to make sure that I actually get her. Alright, no Sabaki. Which is fine. Because PvP isn't on right now for me anyway. But that's the reason why I'm over here into this, like, literally just to get her. And as soon as I get her, I'm out of here. I'm going over into the regular banner, because I believe the regular banner is actually better. Because you have a better chance of actually... Well, it's not a better chance, but it just seems like it was better in my testing. Alright. So, over here in the shop, you're going to notice the Enigma, and the way I used it is I used this to star up characters. Now, if I want to get something to 3-star, like say if I want to get Yooka, the 3-star, and rush it, along with using Tactical Challenge to get Fuka, which is the character that I want. I want Fuka as my main healer. But if you want to speed things up, you can head it over here if you're not getting the dupes that you want, and you can basically purchase items. Now, every time you purchase an item, it's going to increase the price eventually, like I think like every 5 or something like that. So the price of it will go up every one that you purchase. So just keep that in mind. Also, just keep summoning for a little while. Don't rush yourself into this right away, because again, you don't need it right now. Figure out what you want your main team to be. Get used to the game. Play it a little bit. Have some fun. And then when you figure that, okay, you know what? I want Karin to be main waifu. I want what's the girl's name? I can't even remember her now. Yeah, I don't even remember her name, but whoever you want to actually be your main character, then you start focusing on it. But don't necessarily worry about it right now. What I'm trying to get you to do is not to have resource remorse. That's what I call it. Too early into the game, so then you got to re-roll again because you done messed up and stuff like that. Take it easy. Take it easy. Wait till like level 15 to 20 or something like that, and start figuring out who you like, and then good to go. Don't listen to anybody else. Like, you can take the tier list as a heed, but like I showed you and just told you a little bit in this video, tier list is good to an extent, but there's characters in this game that if you skillfully use them, they outright break the game. Like, they outright make everything in your favor, and you don't even really need anything else. So just keep that in mind. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary, and hopefully you got all the waifus that you want, because this is nothing but waifus anyway, so have fun. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.